Thank you. I am muted. See, even Mr. Hine makes mistakes. Everybody was all the teachers were checking their volume. I made the old Zoom mistake. So you could read my lips. I already know you know what I was saying. It's Wednesday, October 6th. This is Lakeview Liftoff Live. Let's get this started by bringing in Mrs. Frame. Good morning, Mrs. Frame.
Good morning. Usually I'm the one that comes in muted.
Right. So let's get started with our announcements. Here we go. All right. So we can still, I had some questions yesterday like, oh my gosh, my grandma pledged to, donate $50 but she hasn't gotten us the check yet. Can we still get it to you? Yes. If you have anybody who pledged money, but you need to collect it, you can still turn that in, but it has to be in Friday morning. So I checked with our fundraiser guy. And if you happen to have someone who you've sent an email out to and they donate today, tomorrow, it will still count toward prizes. So yesterday was our big turn-in day, but I found out we have until Friday, and anything that gets turned in because you have people just being late, and that's not students' fault. You've asked people to help out, and if they do it after the deadline, you still get credit toward prizes on the day of awesomeness. Why is there a question mark there, Mrs. Frame?
I don't know.
I thought it was like certain it was a day of awesomeness.
We need an exclamation point.
That's right. Well, the reason there's a question mark is lots of students have been asking if we reached the school goal yet. Did we make the school goal for emails sent out so that every student could attend the day of awesomeness? Well, Mrs. Frame, I'm sorry to say that all of our students, we're going to have some students outside at the party. And we're going to have a bunch of other students out at the party because everybody's going to the day of awesomeness.
Yay.
Everybody, we have reached the goal. So congratulations. I need to change that to an exclamation mark because yes, it will be the day of awesomeness. Now the only thing we need is good weather on October 22nd. So everybody be thinking we got 2 weeks to go, but it's going to be such a fun party. October 22nd, day of awesomeness. Everybody gets to go. And if you've earned prizes, you'll get to get those prizes. If you've earned, you've done so much selling that you get to, or fundraising that you get to do like the cash cube and the dance party, all that's going on. So it's going to be great.
So fun.
All right. And then a reminder that the book fair is on. Mrs. Gosen and Miss King have the book fair up and ready. Some of you have already had a chance to visit. It's going through next week, October 13th. And so come to the book fair. And if your parents come to conferences at Lakeview next Monday and Tuesday night, they can visit the book fair. So they're open till 7 on conference nights, Monday and Tuesday, and then until school gets out every other day. So tell your parents if you got good stuff you want to get a good book, get some other fun things. Enjoy the book fair. And thank you to Mrs. Ghost and Miss King for working so hard to put that on for us. All right. Oh, guess what, Mrs. Frame? It's time for the Miller 5 shout-out. Well, today's Miller 5 shout-out goes to Mr. Frederick Harrison. Frederick, I'm looking at you. Why, you ask? Well, one of Frederick's teachers said that Frederick did an amazing job in class on a day just a few days ago. He said he was focused, respectful, hustled the entire day to stay on task, accomplish his work. Teacher's very proud of his determination and effort. So Frederick, way to go. You are today's Miller 5 shout out. Congratulations.
Way to go.
All right. Next, it's time for Miss Mann and Miss Conklin for Pixelated Pieces. So let's bring them in. Got to do my clicking here.
I don't know.
Conklin.
Hi, Miss Conklin.
Whoop. There we are. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. What we got today?
Well, I've been so busy since I've been here. I didn't even look at the calendar yet. Sorry.
We'll find out. That's okay.
We'll find out together. Today is the 6th, right? October 6th.
Yes, it is.
It's a food holiday.
Ooh.
It's not one of my favorite.
Maybe it's one of mine.
Maybe. It's Garlic Lovers Day.
Hey, I do like some garlic.
I love garlic.
So if you like garlic, enjoy.
I don't recommend eating it just by itself.
I know.
But I sure love it on some pizza, some hamburgers as a seasoning. Oh, yeah.
It's good on a lot of stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Very good. All right. Well, what do we have for Pixelated Pieces today?
Well, today we're going to start kind of a new series. We're going to talk about some different social skills, some things that we all need when we're interacting with other people. And so we just have a very small Google slideshow to kind of go over some points with you. So like today we're going to start with listening skills because listening skills are so very important. We all need to know how to listen. And you may think that listening is pretty easy, but you guys, sometimes it's hard. Listening is an active thing. It's not just a passive thing where you sit there and somebody's talking and you're taking in everything. When you're listening, you are active and you're participating in that. Not with your voice, not with your hands. You're actively engaged with your ears. And sometimes I know, friends, that can be really difficult because it's difficult for me sometimes too. All right, so we have a few points that we want to show you. Next slide, please. Thank you.
All right. So like Mrs. Mann was saying, when you are listening, you are making
go back one.
eye contact with whomever you're talking to. That doesn't mean somebody's talking to you and you're looking around over here and doing something over here while someone's talking. You are looking at the person, making eye contact. That's being respectful. That's showing I'm interested in what you're saying and I am participating in our conversation. Because conversations are two-way streets. It's not just me talking at you. It is us talking together.
That's right. And on the next slide, we're talking about putting away distractions. So not only are your eyes engaged with the speaker, whether that's your teacher or another student or someone else just talking with you, you have to put away distractions. That means I'm not sitting over here doing something on my phone, which you aren't doing at school anyway. I'm not fiddling on my computer and go, We're not doing that. I have a pen in my hand. I'm not just sitting here fidgeting with it and more engaged in whatever's going on in my fingers than me paying attention and actively listening. Anything that's keeping you from paying attention to the speaker is a distraction. And you know what? There have been times with my kids when they come to talk to me at home and I've had to go, okay, hold on. Let me finish what I'm doing so that I can give you my full attention because that's important. Like Miss Conklin said, that shows respect to the speaker. And remember, respect means that you're treating others the way you want to be treated. So if you want someone to actively listen to you and pay attention, you need to do the same. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Think about what the speaker is saying. Okay, so if you are actively participating, you can sit there and think about what they're saying and acknowledge throughout different times that you're having your conversation. Yes, I feel that same way too. Or yes, I'm doing that. I'm about to get my lesson out that I need to be working on. You want to make sure that you're not just sitting there with your head up in the clouds, not even thinking about what the person's saying.
You know, Miss Conklin, that's a good point too on that one. If I'm the listener and you're the speaker, I don't want to just sit there and think about what I want to say next when you stop and take a breath, right? Because then I'm not actively paying attention to what it is you are saying. And you know what? There's one more that I forgot to add that's very important. When you are a good listener, your body language shows that, and you also don't constantly interrupt the speaker. Because if someone is speaking, they have a train of thought, and if you keep interjecting and interrupting, they lose that thought. And they may not get it back, or they may have to start all the way over at the beginning. Okay, so make sure that you put these things into practice. These are lifelong skills. Even us as adults have to use these. And I have to confess, Miss Conklin, sometimes I'm not the best listener. Sometimes I do some of these things, but mistakes are okay, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and sometimes whenever you're trying to have some dialogue with someone, they don't let you get a word in edgewise.
Yeah.
So when we're listening and speaking, we need to be respectful and give pauses so that somebody can say what they're feeling and thinking about the conversation that we're having.
So today we're going to challenge you to be a good listener. It's active, it takes effort, and so you're going to have to choose to be a good listener today. It's not always going to be easy. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're not interested in what the speaker is saying. Do your very best. Eye contact, put your distractions away, and be an active listener in the conversation. Okay?
Those are great reminders, and I love students and teachers. We all have to do that. Miss Mann, I love what you said about hold on for a minute. I do this a lot because I'm busy as a principal, and you shared a strategy that I try to use and say, hang on, let me give you my full attention, because there's times that I'm trying to finish something and I don't want to be looking at my computer or looking at another screen when someone's trying to tell me something important. And it can be frustrating when you're speaking and you think it's something really important that you want people to listen to. Like if I'm in front of my class and I'm doing a presentation and I've worked really hard on it, and I see a classmate who's looking at the wall or maybe distracted, digging in their bag or something like that. And you're like, it can hurt your heart when you've worked hard on something and you want to share it with people. So
and I will say that I'm sorry. So I will say, sorry for interrupting.
No, you're okay.
Sometimes you are listening even when you're looking off or your hands might be a little bit busy, but to the speaker, it doesn't appear that you are actively listening. And so I think that's one thing that we have to take into consideration too, is that how we look and appear makes a difference too. Yep. So.
And are we listening when we're walking down the hall? Like, I love it when I say good morning to students and they say good morning back. I was talking to some students this morning that filled my heart with joy, with enthusiastic good mornings, even if they're tired. And sometimes when we're walking in the building, we're not, we're tired and we're not really paying attention. And so are you being kind to each other, teachers and all that? So great skills, great reminder. All right. I like this series.
It's a good one.
All right. Well, let's get to our corny joke. If anybody's ready for a laugh.
I'm ready.
Here we go. I'll make sure I don't kick anybody out of the program. Corny joke of the day, Wednesday, October 6th. Here it is. How do you stop an astronaut's baby from crying?
I don't know.
I don't know if you know any astronauts, but you stop it from crying, you rock it.
Well, there you go.
There you go. And a shout out again to Mr. Rhodes for the corny joke sound, by the way. I always like that because when we all go, oh, that sound fits it really well. So again, shout out to Mr. Rhodes. Thank you for that, sir. All right, Mrs. Mann, Miss Conklin, have a wonderful Wednesday. Thank you for a great Pixelated Pieces.
Bye.
All right, Mrs. Frame, on to our pledges.
Students, go ahead and stand up. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I salute the flag of the state of Oklahoma. Its symbols of peace unite all people. You may be seated for your moment of silence. During this time, you may reflect, meditate, pray, or engage in other silent activity.
All right. It's going to be a wonderful, wacky Wednesday, 4th and 5th grade. We got our switched wacky schedule, but we're going to make it a great day. Learn something new, be kind to each other, and let's have a great, great day of learning at Lakeview. So you ready, Mrs. Frame?
I'm ready.
All right. We are
Lakeview.
We are definitely not
average.
We will strive
for the Miller 5.
And whatever it takes, we will
grow,
3, 2, 1.
lift off.
A wonderful Wednesday, everybody.